positions of power or seeking to gain power, and they use their power to manipulate and exploit others. Gender discrimination serves as a tool of oppression, allowing those in power to maintain their dominance over those who are perceived as different or inferior. Through Charlie's experiences, the novel also explores the ways in which gender discrimination can affect individuals with intellectual disabilities differently from those without disabilities. Charlie's disability makes him particularly vulnerable to discrimination and abuse. And the novel highlights the ways in which his increased intelligence allows him to understand and confront the discrimination that he has experienced throughout his life. Another important aspect of gender discrimination in Flowers for Algernon is the way it affects the female characters' careers and personal lives. Alice Kinnean, Charlie's teacher and later love interest, is shown to be highly intelligent and capable, yet she is continually overlooked and undervalued in her professional life. Even when she is recognized for her work, it is often attributed to male colleagues rather than to her own abilities. This reflects the societal norms of the time, which often viewed women as inferior and incapable of achieving great things on their own. Similarly, the character of Norma Gordon, Charlie's sister, is shown to be living in a difficult and abusive marriage. Despite her intelligence and potential, she is trapped in a life that offers her little agency or independence. Her husband dominates her, both emotionally and physically, and she is unable to escape from his control. Again, this reflects the societal norms of the time, which often viewed women as subordinate to men and expected them to submit to their husband's will. The novel also explores the intersectionality of discrimination, as Charlie's disability and his gender interact to create unique challenges and forms of discrimination. Charlie is not only discriminated against because of his disability, but also because he is a man. The novel highlights the ways in which the intersection of these two forms of discrimination can create a particularly difficult and oppressive situation for individuals like Charlie. Furthermore, the novel explores the impact of gender discrimination on mental health. Charlie, Alice, and Faye all experience emotional distress as a result of the discrimination they face. Charlie's increased intelligence allows him to understand the ways in which he has been mistreated throughout his life, and this knowledge causes him great pain and sorrow. Similarly, Alice and Faye struggle with feelings of inadequacy and self-doubt, as they are continually undervalued and belittled by the men around them. Another important aspect of gender discrimination in Flowers for Algernon is the way it affects romantic relationships. Charlie's experiences with Alice and Faye highlight the ways in which women are often objectified and dehumanized by men, particularly in the realm of sexuality. Faye, in particular, is depicted as a sexually liberated woman who is unafraid to express her desires. Yet she is still viewed by many of the male characters as little more than a sexual object. This reflects the societal norms of the time, which often viewed women's sexuality as something to be controlled and dominated by men. Charlie's experiences with Alice also highlight the ways in which gender discrimination can affect romantic relationships. Alice is initially reluctant to become romantically involved with Charlie, partly because of the power dynamic between them and partly because of the societal stigma surrounding relationships between individuals with intellectual disabilities and those without. However, as their relationship progresses, Alice comes to recognize Charlie's humanity and his worth as a person, and the two form a deep and meaningful connection. The novel also explores the impact of gender discrimination on friendships and social relationships.